In recent times, Elon Musk has had quite a lot of well-deserved attention showering him from all over the world. He is an industrial designer, engineer, and a business magnate who has founded and co-founded several companies. Despite having several past and present business involvements, one which he is most commonly known for is Tesla Inc., an automobile company that has revolutionized the concept of electric cars. Even though he is practically the face of Tesla, you probably didn't know that Elon Musk was not the founder of this now iconic company. But he was invaluable in getting the company where it is today, and as a result, Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world, with a value of about $200 billion. Even though the journey here wasn't easy, it was definitely worth it. This is the story of how Elon Musk saved Tesla. Welcome to Planet Biz. A difficult childhood. Elon Reeve Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa on June 28, 1971. His father was an electromechanical engineer, and his mother was a model and dietitian who was born in Canada but raised in South Africa. As a child, Elon loved reading books. From encyclopedias and non-fiction novels to comic books and science fiction, Elon would spend up to 10 hours a day engrossed in a book. At the young age of 10, Elon Musk developed an interest in computing and, using nothing but a manual, he taught himself how to code. At just 12 years old, he had created and sold the code of a video game called Blastar for about $500. Elon was smart, but he wasn't the most social child. Growing up, he was the youngest and smallest kid in the class. Elon was also quiet and kind of awkward, so he didn't exactly fit in. Throughout childhood, he was bullied, and once, it got so bad that he had to go to the hospital after a group of boys threw him down a flight of stairs. Unfortunately, getting bullied wasn't the only trouble he had in his childhood. In 1980, his parents got a divorce. After the separation, Elon and his siblings lived with their mother, but Elon began to feel sorry for his father because he seemed sad and lonely. So, 2 years after the divorce, he decided to move in with his father, a decision he would soon regret. Elon and his father developed such a strained relationship that they stopped talking to each other. In an interview, Elon described his childhood as miserable. According to him, his father was a terrible human being who was capable of evil. Elon's father was verbally abusive to him as a child and was certain that his son would be a failure. But even though times were terrible between the father and son, it seems that there was some good from the relationship after all. According to Elon Musk, he inherited his natural engineering talents from his father. As a teenager, Musk finally was able to escape his bullies, the ones at school and the one at home. He decided to put aside his books and spend more time learning how to defend himself. Elon picked up karate, judo, and wrestling. These new skills, together with a growth spurt that left him 6 feet tall as a 16-year-old, made Elon a more difficult target for bullies at school. But there was still one bully left for him to escape: his father. Elon's best bet was to leave the country altogether. What it takes to live. After graduating from Pretoria Boys High School, Musk decided he wanted to move to the United States. Knowing it would be easier to get to the United States through Canada, he applied for a Canadian passport with the help of his Canadian-born mother. His father was against him moving abroad and insisted that he stayed in South Africa to complete his college education. Musk, of course, didn't listen. According to him, he wanted to find out what it takes to live in the US. As he left for Canada, Musk's father gave his total disapproval, telling Elon that he wasn't going to make it and that he'd be back in 3 months. Upon getting to Canada in 1989, Elon Musk was finally away from his father, but his struggles were far from over. Musk lived with a cousin in Saskatchewan for about a year. During that time, Elon had worked odd jobs as a manual laborer to get by. At first, he worked on his cousin's farm, shoveling grain bins and tending to vegetables. Later on, he worked at a lumber mill, where he had to learn to cut logs with a chainsaw. In search for higher pay, Elon took on his hardest job yet. For $18 an hour, he had to clean out the boiler room in a lumber mill. Wearing a hazmat suit and working in a cramped space, Elon had to shovel steaming hot sand and grime. At a point, Elon had to survive on just about $1 a day by buying food in bulk from a supermarket. Eventually, he left manual labor and went to college. Elon graduated in 1997 from the University of Pennsylvania. He was accepted into Stanford University for a PhD program. But after just 2 days, he dropped out of the prestigious university to jump on the wave that was the internet boom. By 2002, Elon Musk had launched and sold 2 internet startups, one of which would become what we know today as PayPal, making him a millionaire. Living was finally starting to get easier for Elon. Meeting Tesla. A recent millionaire, Elon had access to opportunities he may not have had before he made his fortune. One of these opportunities that set the ball rolling occurred in 2003 when Elon Musk took the T0 electric sports car for a test drive. The maker of this car model had no interest in marketing the car. According to Elon, the first T0 model was unsafe and unreliable. It didn't have doors, a roof, an effective cooling system, or even airbags. All the same, Elon thought he could make it work and was inspired to build an entirely electric sports car that was marketable. The founder and the CEO of AC Propulsion both agreed to let Musk commercialize the T0. But there was one problem. Musk had just founded SpaceX, an aerospace company, and was already putting in 80 hours of work per week as a CEO. He simply didn't have time to launch a new startup. Luckily for him, a simple suggestion soon gave him the solution to his problem. AC Propulsion CEO Tom Gage told Musk about an electric car startup that was also looking to commercialize the T0. He gave Musk the idea of talking with the owners and teaming up with them. The company was named Tesla Motors. The arrangement seemed perfect for Musk. By partnering up with the startup, he could focus on his aerospace project and spend his spare time on electric cars. Unfortunately, this didn't work out as planned. Keeping Tesla alive. Of the money from the sale of his 2 first startups, Elon Musk invested $6.3 million into Tesla Motors in 2004. Martin Eberhard, one of the 2 people who had started Tesla Motors in 2003, was the CEO of the company, and Musk acted as chairman of the board of directors. The company's first model was going to be the Tesla Roadster, and it was set to be released in 2007. But things were rough. Their first prototype was insanely heavy. Bad decisions were made, and the cost of production was way beyond what they had expected. It was the end of 2007, and the Roadster still hadn't been released. Tesla Motors was far behind schedule. The startup had initiated an electric car wave, and other automobile companies were riding it. Even though the ideas were originating from Tesla, the company faced the risk of being left behind by other, bigger, more established car makers. Elon decided to hire a new CEO who was all business and no nonsense. Meanwhile, Musk focused on bringing in more income for the company, which was quickly running out. He came up with the idea to supply power packs to other car manufacturers. With some ingenious methods, he was able to pull this off and secured a contract that would keep Tesla alive for a while longer. Finally, in 2008, under a new CEO, Tesla Motors launched the Roadster. Later that year, Musk made the decision to invest even more of his personal fortune into the company. But because Tesla wasn't the typical gas-powered producing vehicle, finding a suitable CEO seemed almost impossible. Eventually, Elon Musk had to do what he had been trying to avoid all along. He stepped in as CEO. But things were still rough, and even Musk had his doubts that the company would survive. When it rains, it pours. According to Musk himself, in 2008, the year he became CEO of Tesla was an incredibly difficult one. His aerospace company wasn't doing well. His rocket launch had failed for the 3rd time in a row. Tesla almost went bankrupt 2 days before Christmas, and to top it all off, Musk was having personal issues too. He had just gotten a divorce. At a point, he couldn't even pay his rent and had to borrow money from his friends. The situation was made even worse for Elon Musk and Tesla Motors by the financial crisis of 2008, which drove the global economy into a recession. Customers had already paid as much as $109,000 for the Roadster, and it was looking more and more like the company would never be able to deliver. Elon had only $40 million of his personal fortune left, and while this may seem like a lot of money, it was hardly enough regarding all the liabilities and expenses. He had to make choices between using the money to save Tesla or using it to save SpaceX, and choosing one of them over the other was difficult for Elon. So, he chose to split the money between both companies, which was a huge risk because that way, both companies were more likely to crash. Elon Musk rolled the dice and emerged extremely lucky. Both his companies survived. Tesla was able to avoid bankruptcy and meet up with its production goals. Early in 2009, Tesla introduced a prototype of the Model S, a luxury, completely electric sedan. Just a few months later, Daimler AG, a giant in the automobile industry, invested $50 million into Tesla. This timely cash infusion sped up the company's recovery from the economic crash of 2008. The company, which Elon renamed Tesla Inc., was finally starting to gain momentum, moving in the right direction this time. A few weeks later, Tesla received $465 million from the US Department of Energy, and in a stroke of good luck, caused majorly by the very same financial crisis that almost destroyed the company, Elon was able to purchase a massive car factory for a fraction of its actual value. In recent times, the value of Tesla Inc. has skyrocketed, worth $208 billion. It is now the world's most valuable car company. Elon Musk, of course, has benefited from his hard work and is now the richest man in the world, with a net worth of about $200 billion. Without Elon's quick thinking and his courage to take risks, Tesla would most likely have failed and electric cars would still be a thing of the future. For more inspiring business stories, give us a thumbs up. This is Planet Biz.